All right. Hopefully you'll be feeling better quick. But yeah, let's get started. Does anybody want to give a quick recap of what we did last time? Ooh, actually, sorry, Rim, pause for 1 second. I just realized the voice chat is not coming through to Discord, the Discord chat is not coming through to the stream. So give me 1 second here. I bet I have Discord on the wrong output, if I had to guess. Yes.
You did not take any notes about last session.
Stopping Atea from ruining dinner.
Hey, there we go. All right.
Something Mind Skinner,
again.
something I made
yes.
another guy.
Oh no, I do have some notes. Okay, and Atea is trying to romance Professor Robinson.
Oh really?
That is the most important
Staple.
note that you could have written
Very
down.
important.
I'm at all of Gino's
Creation.
creation.
Okay, Rem, you're good. You can fire away.
Oh, all right. So since it's been a little bit, why don't we go way back? After having destroyed the goddess of rot, we were found home alone in hell. I don't know why I used Home Alone. There are definitely better movies to use as an analogy. But we were stranded in a hell, the plane of Avernus. And as we wandered about, we found ourselves a nether fortress. And within the nether fortress, we found more of the same minions that the goddess of rot was working with as they were shoveling gold down into this fortress. We raided it, and this is where we discovered of the existence of the Mind Skinner, and this is also where we met Fanny after having completed a ritual to free her from her seal. We learned that Fanny is a cleric of Eldath, the god of the wilds, groves, and preservation. We also learned that Fanny, with her companions, were traveling here to know more about the Mind Skinner and the people that it was abducting. We also know that the Mind Skinner has some sort of power to erase memories or some sort of way to erase existence itself and basically make it so that other people don't remember its victims exist. Something around those lines. But specifically, when we got back, we situated Fanny in, and then we started heading other places. Now, directly last session, we learned that Montesor is actually a necromancer, and by decoding his document, we learned the sequester spell. Fanny has some thoughts about her friends are probably being consumed in the same way that she was being consumed. There's still a lot of speculation on that, but we learn a few cool little tidbits about Fanny and the rest of the party, and in general, we learned that she has a nightmare steed. For some reason, we don't know where that came from. But
Named Chia.
after, Chia, that's her name. Okay, I didn't have a note on that. But we also have a nice quote from Fanny here. I think this is Fanny that said this. We will see them again in one plane or the next. Very, very sweet. And then directly after that, we went to Professor Robinson because we had no more leads on the Mind Skinner and where he could be or what he is doing. So we gave that information to for Professor Robinson so that he can do his research. He also gave us a new lead on where some other shards might be. In a far-off land known as Halep, yeah, okay. He has a lead on some shards on Halep. Apparently people in Halep have been building up a cult and have been utilizing this shard in a couple of nefarious ways, which deal with some sort of enchantment spell to mind control the people or something to that extent. The shard is apparently held in the main cathedral. And with that, we discussed about wearing some sort of disguise because we are famous heroes of this kingdom, and being seen there doing certain activities might not be a good look for our people. Therefore, we were discussing disguises, and that is where we left off, right in front of the Baron's house when we met him to go on this very important political mission. Anything else, gang? It's not fudge, but you know, it's not fudge. But...
Gino created an apprentice. He true polymorphed his second warg into an apprentice wizard named Kai.
Right. And
Right,
Kai
I missed
is
that.
Butler.
Kai's the best. He does presentation all day, and he is super friendly and does everything you tell him to with a cheery tone. So exactly the opposite of Gino.
Why can't I make Kai's name bigger?
Because I'm highlighted on it.
Oh, there we go. The change font size was just like way down at the bottom of the owlbear window for some reason.
Oh, okay.
More visible now.
Mav, where's my owlbear? Where's owlbear?
Scroll up. I'll link it again. Hang on. There you go.
Oh, it would help if I was in the right text. There we go.
Would help.
It's been a long day. There we go.
All right. Yes. Y'all had left off. He had just kind of gotten all that information from the Baron. I was kind of thinking y'all would probably head back to the headquarters to gear up. Perhaps come up with your disguises. That sort of thing. It's probably around, like, let's see, we talked to Professor Robinson first thing, then we went up to the Baron's house. It's probably like midday-ish. If y'all want to do or need to do any shopping in the city, we can do that. Actually, I guess I should put us on the full Quinn map, since that's where we were last.
Ooh, I did remember Atea. I think Atea went shopping for adventure gear, food, water, and stuff to take with him because nobody else was doing that. So Atea definitely went for food for all of us. I think like 20 days worth of ration for the 5 of us, which is like 2 days.
Perfect.
And I remember I'm missing one spell slot, which means we cast Deathward on Professor.
Yes, you did.
You did. Mm-hmm.
Is there anything we want to do? Atea doesn't want to do
I'm
disguise.
trying to remember if I still need to eat at all.
I don't think you do. I'm pretty sure
Oh, yeah.
creative body means you don't need to eat.
Yeah, timeless body. Okay.
Do you need to sleep?
Do I need to sleep?
You're an elf.
I cannot
He's an
magically
elf,
suffer
so
the
no.
effects of old age.
Damn right!
Take that.
Right, you're an elf.
I am an elf. It is a
What's
part of my
the,
lineage.
What's the spell that like ages?
Time ravage.
Time Ravage. that's
Ravage,
it.
yeah. I have that. I prepared it once, and I threatened to use it.
I don't know that it would have any effect on Uthrak.
No.
Yes.
Well, actually, it's one of those spells that, like, it seems to create a condition. So, Time Ravage specifically says... Oh, it's a Chronogy spell, so I don't have it right now. But it specifically says, like, it ages you to, like, 60 days before you die.
Oh. So it would do something because purity of body doesn't mean you're immortal, is it?
The target also ages to the point where it only has 30 days left before it dies of old age.
That's wild.
Well, I think Umthrak would still take the damage, but he can't be aged magically or suffer the effects of old age, though you can still die of it. So if you instantly kill me, unless you instantly kill me via aging, I don't think it'll
That's
work.
a wild
I don't
niche It's a very wild
Right.
niche resistance that you have there.
Are we
Right.
are we like talking about this while we're going about town trying to buy the most
Absolutely.
money?
You know, absolutely
It's
would.
stuff like, yeah, let's talk about. So what happens when you cast this ninth level spell on an immortal? Because technically, elves from my world do not die, but then it also say why you do not age and die within Ada. I'm not in Ada, so can I die? Am I no longer immortal? Ah!
Existential crisis, just strolling through the city.
You'll have
Having
to
a-
see in 750 years.
He's having an existential crisis because he suddenly realized he might not be immortal.
What a
Oh
crisis
yeah,
to have.
Oh yes, I take
Right.
these apples, please.
Yes, you're easily able to find there's plenty of vendors selling foodstuffs, rations, that sort of thing. Very easy to pick that up on your walk through the city. Gino, after a few minutes, you receive a sending from Oneg. He says the first thing you hear is just like a sigh, like a long sigh.
Jito says out loud, I didn't know you could sigh through sending.
And he says, Gino, I think we might have something that will help you out if you want to come back by the house. Oneg, Oneg.
Oneg. Oneg.
Jito
Oh, yes.
backwards. Right away, Hail Mistra.
Hail Mistra.
Oh, he's modified the spell further, and he also can.
No, he
can
burned
also
another
reply
slot.
to the reply.
No, he burned another slot to reply back, Hail Mistra.
Yeah, Jito replies to the second message, Hail Mistra. And then he worries that he's gonna have to, because Oneg is just him but opposite, but he clearly doesn't value spell slots. Just like Gino, he's probably gonna have to cast somebody like Merkin to refresh his spell slots.
Oh,
All right.
that's right, Gino. Your simulacrums cannot rest like we do.
It's true. I think me but polite is far too dangerous. This world's not ready.
But what is the simulacrum actually for if he cannot replenish?
One day I'll make him into a clone.
Can you exist together with your clone?
No,
Oh.
but this gets very existential. Because can I have a simulacrum make a clone?
Well, I don't know why I know this, but the clone spell doesn't say it clones the person who casts it, just of whom you have the flesh, right? So,
It would be a clone of a simulacrum.
no, it's
Nor can it regain expended spell slots.
Professor
You
Robinson
know what?
Leans over to Faney and kind of in a stage whisper is like, do they always talk like this?
I just I mean for the past 24 hours, yeah, but I don't know if that's normal. I just joined them.
I see.
Finny is also like what's going on?
Taya is going to blush really, really hard and say, is this not how normal people talk? He looks at Gino. Oh no, I've been keeping you company for too long.
Professor Robinson kind of looks at you as you ask that, and he kind of like shakes his head a bit bewilderedly. He's like, yeah, most mortal beings don't have these kinds of conversations, mostly because none of us have this kind of magic.
I don't have that kind of magic either. Stands next to the professor, looks at him. I would rather have conversation about bread and wine and maybe music. But Gino is not proficient in any of those.
Actually, as a satyr, I have one musical instrument.
One
What
out
is
of
your
3.
instrument?
Let me check my sheet.
I think pan flute, right?
I think pan flute, just because it's thematic. It's either pan flute or viol.
It was that'd be
Or
most
viol, whatever.
most stereotypical for a crusader.
All right, let's get food, go home, and see what Onek wants, and then, it is thematic if we show up in the desert just as the sun is setting.
You know, Underfoot and I spoke about once how, theoretically, hallucinatory terrain or mirage arcane could be used to cause people death by making an environment seem much cooler, much more moist, and people will die of thirst
That is cruel.
because they think that they are much more
Why would you ever do that?
Hydrated.
hydrated. Yes.
It would devastate
you,
an army
God.
passing through the area.
Sorry,
Why would
that
you
actually
do-
came from your Umbra staff. Your Umbra staff just whispered,
Oh my god.
"Hydrated."
Oh my god. Is
Theory?
this? Gino fumbles his Umbra staff, and pulls it out. Oh my. Hello. He holds the handle up to his ear like it's a phone, like it's a banana phone. Hello.
It doesn't work like that, dear.
Who are you?
You get no response.
Can I cast message at him and say, your conscience?
Yes, you can.
Tess going to go do the best spooky impression and silently just point the finger at his own chest while he stands with his back to Gino, say, your conscience.
I need you to make a performance check, contested
Alright.
by an insight check from Gina.
Oh!
Ooh.
Ooh, ooh.
You know, I shouldn't have programmed my conscience to sound like a Taya, because I simply don't. I always feel guilty when Atea chastises me, but I'm not going to change my ways. He says that all in 6 seconds.
Which means that I hears all of that. Yes, because you say do the message, but then you are also saying it out loud.
Yeah, he's not whispering either, so you hear it like when you know when you accidentally set up your microphone and it's going in speaker and line in. That's-
Never happened to me.
Done that
Never.
a million times.
Oh, are we doing disguises now?
Yes. I have these bronze masks over here.
Huh?
Oh yeah, weren't we trying to decide what kind of disguises we were going to use? Did we decide?
We could
Well-
do the most obvious of all. We could be a music troupe.
Ooh.
What if this? I saw this in a show a long time ago. What if we cosplayed as ourselves?
Oh no.
It's so
boy.
stupid. It's got to be brilliant, right?
Do
I
we
was-
know?
Oh, do you mean like dress up as caricatures of your character?
Yes, just like in Aang the Last Airbender.
Love it.
Huh.
What were you saying,
We-
Danny?
Did we ask the Baron what religion the people of Quinn are part of?
I don't think we did.
I don't
No,
think we
somebody
did.
asked what gods there are. I don't necessarily know that we phrased it as religion.
Yeah, I think y'all
Um,
have been around Quinn enough to know at this point that it's pretty pantheistic. Basically, like your pretty typical Faerunian pantheon.
Okay.
You've seen various shrines and small temples to all sorts. The main one that is odd was the temple to Anek, which the OG
Right.
party is more familiar with. The big cathedral that's destroyed and is cursed by the dark magic is temple to Torn.
Yeah, right. Where
Who is kind of the
sword.
the
Sword
patron
blood oath.
yes, it's kind of the patron deity of Quinn, but
Quinn. Okay.
Cool. Do we know what religion is in Haleb? They used to be disposed by this cult.
Perhaps the
uh,
professor will know.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. not
Oh
Quinn.
yes, yeah. Please go someone to the professor.
Yeah, Professor's still here.
I feel like
Come
I've
join
heard.
us in the circle, professor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Join
I'll get
the
you.
pastrami circle.
I had an idea for this. Like, this is what I was gonna call it. Like, I decided this like a month ago, and
Ooh.
when I go to say it out loud, I'm second guessing myself.
Say it. Say it.
Now you have to tell us. Yeah.
Say
You have
it.
to tell us. No more retcons.
I'm not trying to get myself canceled.
Oh no. Okay. Okay. All right.
It's Catholicism with a K.
No.
Whew. Boy.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Are we going with
This-
it? Are
oh,
we
boy.
going with it?
If
Is it-
you all are comfortable with it, we'll roll with it.
Okay, I have one question.
I feel
Is
like
it-
Cheeto's gonna get triggered.
Is it biblical Jesus or is like Anek Jesus?
None of the above.
Interesting.
Oh, so we're not going based on the lead, like for example, a god within the pantheon. This is a whole other pantheon. This is a whole other thing.
Yeah,
For,
this is
Okay.
a whole other like upstart religion.
Okay.
Okay, but
And
just-
beyond that, y'all wouldn't know too much.
okay. Question is this Catholicism has nothing to do with the Christian Catholicism, right?
Absolutely nothing whatsoever.
So you just pick a really unfortunate thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
go with that.
The Russian roulette was not a good roll there.
I think I might have crit failed my deception check on that one.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So this Catholicism, is it the new one, the one with the skin changer eater, or the old one that was deposed?
Wait, hang on.
Well,
What?
we
Say
don't
that
know
again.
if this has anything
The
to do
Mind
with
Skinner?
skin.
The Mind Skinner.
We don't know if
Sorry.
this has anything to do with that.
So this Catholicism used to be their state religion before the cult of
The cult.
before the cult.
No. So this Catholicism, I'll give this to y'all because we'll just say you
We're
are
asking the
able to.
professor.
Yes, you're asking the professor. The professor would be able to tell you this. So
Yeah,
let's kind of
professor's right
do it in character. So the professor would tell you. He would say, well, so. You see, they for a long time, followed the same gods as we did. The pantheon, as it were, and hang on.
Professor, you're sweating.
Professor.
Are you
a fan?
okay?
I accidentally closed my notes tab, and I need a name.
Oh, just pick up this great book I found.
He's so adorable when he stutters.
It's called. It's,
Ooh.
I found this interesting grimoire. It's called the Holy Bible.
Oh no.
Oh, you mean this book that I have? Atea pulls out a Silmarillion.
Huh.
Okay, so it's the professor says, but then, when High Justice Shaw came into power, he decided that his his new religion would become the de facto state religion. And, well, that's been the one that's been on the rise since. I believe that is the one that the Baron is referring to has become a bit of a cult.
So it's a reverse Constantine.
The Faerunian. So they abandoned the Faerunian pantheon in favor of this new idea. Do they have a god? Do they have a name of a god, or is this just an idea that's sweeping across the nation?
I believe the god's name is just God, which seems a bit on the nose to me.
Well,
I guess it's easy to remember.
yeah.
And I would also say the people were rather hesitant about this. I think it's been something that the hierarchy has been forcing onto the common folk.
Huh. Then.
I'm
It's
so
the point
sorry, y'all.
That's what. So good.
I'm tired over here. I'm tired.
Because I'm sorry, but we are going to make puns until the day ends.
That is your prerogative. And JD, I want Gino to just like drop some knowledge when y'all get over there.
All right. So what's the point of our disguise? Not to draw attention?
Yes. Not to
Yeah.
draw attention to Quinn. Go ahead.
Fanny?
Mav, does Fanny, being an acolyte, possibly know anything about other pantheons and God?
Make a religion check for me.
Taya goes over and say, "We must stick together, holy people!" and guidance.
Who knows how this is gonna go? Oof,
Oh,
24.
Yeah, you know a bit. You've heard a bit in your studies. Not about God per se, but perhaps about the rise of quote modern religions, being religions that have been started, in recent history. And I will give you with that 24. I will also say that you know that the Faerunian pantheon tends to frown on this sort of thing.
so strange, the idea to have only one god. For
Um,
everything, must be a busy
I'm-
god.
yeah, I'm new here. Do we know if Haleb has been witnessing any plagues or scourges or anything on them since finding God? Develop.
So hard to keep a straight face.
Have faith, people. Have faith. The Lord will
I
not
asked for
abandon
this.
you.
I did this to myself.
I wonder if I wonder if
Are you worried that because they abandoned the pantheon, that the pantheon is punishing them?
yes.
Hmm. Looks at Professor.
I know that
Well-
our gods, and I know that from where I'm from, our gods and goddesses can be very fickle and
Wrathful?
and wrathful. Yes, good word.
Vengeful, yes.
Yes.
Well, perhaps there is a whole institution, a hierarchical institution that props up a single man to interpret the will of a book of poetry, and this creates laws of the land and also a distinct sovereign nation.
I have heard of religion where they have a dogmatic way that if the word of the gods are interpreted somehow, and the gods have to respect however the humans or the population interpret it.
Gino, as you say that, Professor Robinson's like nodding and pointing at you emphatically. He's like, yes, you've got it. You understand. This is what's happening.
Wait, what?
What is happening? Say it for me again. I'm not writing fast enough.
Please, Professor, say it for the people with less than 20 intelligence.
He says, as Gino here said, it's they're imposing their will on the people, and this is why the people of Halep are suffering, and we're seeing people fleeing, coming back to the side of the mountain passes, even though that's the safer land.
So it has something to do with the gods.
Well, it's like you said, it's dogma. So it's not necessarily about the gods. It's a very human problem. If it concerned the gods would say something.
Might them
Surely.
all, but
Maybe we'll just
Yes.
go over there, go to a god's temple, and somebody commune with them. He will. Side eye, Fady.
Or, well, not to undercut you, Fanny. I'm sure you actually have a much better grasp of this. I could send to Mistra.
You know, never mind. I'm not gonna say something bad about Mister.
I never met Mistra, but I'm starting to paint a very colorful
She-
picture.
She has a very beautiful city.
Mm.
Yes, a very beautiful city.
Oh, that's it? That's the only good news? Okay.
He's not
Well-
daydreaming. I'm sorry.
Well, I think the denizens of the city are also beautiful.
Yes.
This is true.
You know,
All right.
Gothalian's from there.
Yes. Fanny, you can commune with gods. Yes.
I mean, I am able to. I'm not sure if I had that prepared. But yes,
We're
yes, I
not.
am. I am able to.
Wonderful. I mean, if all things fail, we can just go to Haleb and pray.
Perhaps we could speak to this god, he says with air quotes. I wonder if this god, he says again with air quotes, is on the other side of this commune, he says again with air quotes.
I would really like to know his name because just keep calling him by his title is a bit tiring after a while. I don't call you Satyr or her halfling or myself elf all the time. We shouldn't call him God. We should call him by his name.
I wonder if when
Well-
we go over to Halep, they'll be able to tell us if it has any other names.
That's my thought.
Ah, okay.
Just go over and then commune and politely ask for his name or her name.
Absolutely. But also, another point of business. We are to head there because of a specific crime. Apparently, at least we've heard from the Baron and of course our dear professor here, that someone in there has been utilizing a shard of Anak to control the minds of certain people. So that's precisely why we're going there, so I wouldn't know what else we would like to do about the situation in Halep, but that seems like a pretty important one.
In my book, go there, find out who is responsible, smite them.
A pretty succinct plan.
And
What if they're, because they're holy, they're resistant to radiant damage?
then I have to smite them harder. They wouldn't be the first holy people that are resistant to holy magic, but then at some point you just flex your muscles and you smite extra hard. It works.
I only used Legend Lore once and I had 2 charges. Gino is going to he's going to actually I need to check.
Or is Gino going to randomly cast spell in the middle of the city again?
Yes.
I think by this
yes,
point,
yes.
y'all are probably getting close to being back to headquarters.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Casting time is 10 minutes base. So he's going to stick Actually, let me roll. Gino grows a beard, because of his belt of dwarven kind, and he lights the incense, and he puts his bracelet of ivory on, and he begins to cast legend lore.
Just as you're walking through the city.
Yes. All my spells are gonna say not prepared.
That's fine.
Cool. So, I'm sorry, DM, you brought this on yourself. He's going to ask about Judeo-Christian God.
Oh God.
Oh, I can hear the regret in Matt's voice.
I'm turning around, looking at my bookshelf, on which I believe there actually is a Bible, and I'm like, do I just break it out?
I
The
have
deep
both.
lore.
I have both the New Jerusalem edition and the King James edition.
This
I also
one,
took a
don't even
Bible
know.
class, and I'm Jewish.
I thought I was the good Christian boy.
That one's an ESV.
Well,
there was a time in my life.
I have a other Bible in a different room.
It's fine.
Once upon a time.
All right,
Why
let's.
don't you roll a 1d, the number being the pages, and then you just give me the lore that happens to come from the page that you roll. Or
You did do this to yourself.
you know, it's actually really cool. It's that it says the information is accurate but might not be couched in figurative language or poetry. Or might be couched in figurative language or poetry. The Bible is written in verse.
It is.
Gino just get the entire Bible.
I'll take a bit.
It's like that scene in I think it's 2001: A Space Odyssey where he goes in the digital tunnel.
Oh yeah, and then it's just like bombarded with all the information.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so I think you do. It, in fact, it comes at you in like this this like cacophony of voices. And it is just like it's just every verse that describes God from the Old Testament, like basically all coming at once.
Okay. Cool.
But this is not actually the god we're looking for. This is just you asked for the Judean god and not the actual D&D god we're going to
I
meet,
did.
right?
I did.
So
Oh,
technically,
no.
this all has nothing to do with our quest.
Because he doesn't know if the other god. Well, he knows it's Catholicism. So he figures it's at least tangentially related.
Yeah, that's a very Gino thing to do.
You could have just asked for the thing itself, but you had to go for the supplemental material.
Cool. Yeah, Gino, having completed a bar mitzvah in one millionth of the time,
Yes.
says, you know, it would really suck if someone read this whole thing and then they killed him for it. And that would, like, ironically defeat the whole purpose of him existing. Wouldn't that suck? Anyway, who wants to know about this one particular monotheistic god, which is such a strange phrase, isn't it? Oh, look, we're home.
You're like at the front door.
Professor Robinson with us.
We've been walking in place for half an hour.
You just it's that like awkward conversation where like one of you has their hand, it's actually probably Gino, like has their hand on the door handle to open the front door, but you're still talking, so you just don't, and everyone's too
I've
polite to
literally-
do anything
that's-
about it.
It's such an ADHD thing because you think of, you start the
100%.
task and then you get totally distracted.
100%.
And he says, "Oneg, I'm home and I have a strange allegory to tell you about."
Welcome to our humble home, Professor.
Yeah, the professor is kind of like hovering on the doorstep, and he bows. He says, "Well, thank you. I actually need to get back to the university. I do have a few things to do, but you were dinner later, right? Didn't you say?"
Yeah, when I yes, when Atea returns from this mission, we're to have dinner.
Gino's eyebrows raise and leave his head.
That's a like phase.
All right, we shall. I'll let you know as soon as I'm back in the city, Professor. Please, we don't always talk like this.
he just kind of chuckles and he gives a little bow. He says, "Well, good. Yes, let me know when you're back. And yes, please be safe, all of you." And then he turns and he heads down back towards the university.
Whew.
Wonderful.
Open. Here it goes. Yeah,
I wanted to show him my
back.
Fabergé egg, but fine.
Oh.
I'll do it later.
You know, I could get him back. Should I summon a gate to him?
No,
no,
would
just,
you
just bring it to dinner. It's a good.
would you
talking
please stop manipulating people's free will with magic?
point. The will. I'm manipulating space around him. The space, by definition, does not have a will because it is dormant. Anyway,
Gino, as your friend, please promise me this. Please leave. Don't interfere. I just want to go on a date normally. At some point.
I will grant you this.
Yes, very kind of you, Exarch of Mistra.
Thank you. I am nothing if not benevolent, he says, and then he calls out to his 3 creations that he made selfishly.
Yeah, Kai's like waiting
so-
right inside the door to like take your coats.
Oh, what a polite young fellow.
And as you step in, Gino, Kai's like, yeah, I think Oneg and Wallace were doing something in the basement, and then they said as soon as you got home, I was supposed to send you down there.
I forgot that we had a basement.
What the mean?
Oh right, the single lonely cauldron.
It's just one cauldron of mead bubbling away down there.
Huh. Interesting. I wonder what magic is in there. Anyway, hello, Wallace.
Um,
Come on, Vinny. We're
Oh,
gonna
we haven't
watch
gone
this.
down yet.
Wallace has on like steampunk style like safety goggles. And he's like at I don't have any props for this on the map, but he's at like a lab table. There's one chair that Oneg is standing next to, and it's facing a small round table with what appears to be a spherical object with a cloth draped over it. And Wallace is working at a table that's like kind of off to the side. And Oneg gestures you to the chair, Gino, and says, here, sit. I think we have something for you.
Oh? Is there a chair?
Yes, it's just the one chair.
Okay. Do you wanna sit, Wallace? I feel like I'm rude.
Wallace turns and says, Nope, this is for you. I believe we have distilled a way to siphon knowledge via I believe they would be called electromagnetic waves. It's something that we've been working on. I just sit down, and Oneg will get you comfortable.
Okay. Gino reaches into his bag of holding, and he reaches into his abracadabras, and he pulls out a bubble tea,
Nice.
and he's slurping loudly.
Do you sit down in the chair though?
Yes.
As you sit down, Oneg lets you continue to slurp for a moment. He kneels down in front of you and he begins to unfold leather straps from like the legs of the chair and begins to like tie your legs to the chair.
Oh, kinky.
Wallace walks over to the rest of you standing at the bottom of the stairs and starts handing out what looks like solar eclipse glasses to all of you.
Oh no.
Let me get Fanny. Stay within my aura. We don't know what this is going to be.
Oh, okay.
Wallace says, I think if you all stay over here, you'll be out of the radius, but please put these on just in case.
All right.
As Oneg finishes on the ankle straps, he reaches up and he's like, all right, hurry up, finish that up. I need to take that from you.
You know what? He cast Disintegrate on it.
What?
Gino, we have stuff to do later on.
Oneg just looks at, he's like, yeah, that was appropriate. And then he's like, now here, give me your hands. And he takes your hands, and if you will let him, he will tie your wrists to the arms of the chair.
Yes, he allows it.
He says, okay, now these may be uncomfortable, but they are necessary. And he pulls out these like little like prong looking like silver things, and he's like headed for your eyes. He says, in order for this to work, we have to make sure you don't blink.
Oh, this is Clockwork Orange.
What? Yeah, I was like, what Clockwork Orange shit is going on?
Yes, very, very reminiscent of the Clockwork Orange scene. And Gino
starts to get a bit nervous, and he's like inching away, but like he's turning his head a little bit away, but like not resisting.
Yeah, he's kind of like letting it happen, but clearly slightly uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
So
I think there's some sort of drow torture thing.
I can confirm that.
Oneg it gets the little eye openers, I have no idea what those are called, in place, and he kind of looks to everybody else to make sure that everybody's got their goggles on. He pulls out a pair of goggles, and then he gestures to Wallace. Wallace comes back over to the little plinth with the cloth on it. And maybe
Gross.
Wallace looks at you, Gino, and he says, okay, it's going to be very important that you don't look away, you don't blink, and please, whatever you do, don't pass out. This is I was reading a book on this, and it equated it to and I don't know exactly what this means, but it said it's like updating a BIOS, and if the power goes out, it'll brick it. And we don't want to brick your brain.
No, we don't. Gino
What
recalls.
language are they speaking?
Gino.
No,
The language is
sir.
called Gino.
Gino recalls his entire homeworld being once having this technology and it dying, and he's just imagining the apocalypse happening to his body.
You know, it's weird because I have the tongue of the sun and moon. I can understand all spoken languages. I don't understand a word that's coming out of their mouths.
So yeah, it's like it's one of those things where Umthrak, it's like those were all words, but you have no idea how they fit together.
I don't understand those words in that arrangement. I'm sorry.
Yes. And you hear a voice whisper in your ear, and it's the voice of the Umber staff, and it says, well, it's been fun. This might be interesting. Let's see how it goes. And Oneg and Wallace are looking at each other, and they're like, you can see them like counting down, like 3, 2, 1, and then they rip the sheet off of this plinth, and everyone, the moment sort of pauses in time, if you will. There is a small orb sitting on this plinth. And there seems to be like light and stars swirling inside of it, as if there were a tempest inside of this orb. And as they pull the sheet away, it just unleashes this blinding light that floods the room. It's so bright that even with all of your solar eclipse shades on it's so bright you have to close your eyes and turn away. Gino, you just feel this like searing sensation on the back of your eyeballs, like the front of your brain. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please. Excellent. Yeah, with a 29, you realize that what you're being bombarded with is this very odd combination of arcane energy and knowledge all at the same time. And you can almost feel the pathways, the synapses in your brain almost being rewritten as this energy just bombards you. And you hear another voice that you recognize. You hear the voice of Mistra. And she says, hello, Gino. Seems you wanted a change in your life. Well, here it is. And I need you to make
Always looking to improve.
I need you to make another Constitution saving throw, please. 23. Very good. Yeah, you just feel your body sort of like trembling and shuddering. You see, just like on the other side of this orb, you see the form of Mistra standing there. And she leans down towards the orb, and she sort of like, as if she were blowing away a dandelion, just blows onto the orb. And you see it. You're the only one that can see this, because everyone else, this is way too bright to even see anything. All you see is just whiteness if your eyes are still open. And as she releases this breath, you feel yourself impacted with even more of this arcane energy, so much so that the chair actually tips over and you fall back. And in that moment, it's done. The light fades. Gino, you're just looking up at the ceiling. The orb no longer on the plinth. There's nothing there. And Gino, make a Arcana check for me, please. At advantage and with expertise.
Woohoo!
With a 35, you know that your understanding of the arcane has essentially been rewritten. You are now a master scribe. And you have an additional understanding of Mistra's citadel and her arcane dominance. Welcome to your new subclass, JD.
Thank you.
Wahoo! Oh, that's so cool.
Yay.
On the side of the staircase, Atea's like a glass hanging half off his face, popcorn's everywhere, and he's looking back and forth. What just happened?
Oneg and Wallace like quickly kneel down, unstrap you from the chair, stand you up. You're a bit unstable on your feet, but with those excellent con saves, you are completely healthy.
What just happened?
Gino, anything different?
Are you
Are
alright?
you still Gino?
Everything is
Are you still a
different.
shithead? Never mind. Oh.
I knew you would say that.
Oh,
I saw
how
it.
did you know? You saw it.
Are
Wait.
you okay? Do you feel okay?
I feel great.
That's not a good sign.
Um, he looks at Oneg and Wallace, and he says, "Thank you," and you have made me greater than I could ever have hoped to be on my own. I owe you my life.
They smile, and Wallace says, "Well, you may owe us your life, but we wouldn't have life without you."
See? I see everything.
He's starting to believe.
What do you mean you see everything?
You need to elaborate this, Gino.
He takes out his spell book and he holds it in his palm, and it opens on its own, and the pages furl or unfurl and start flipping. And he says, "Pick a spell."
Cure wounds.
He the page, the book stops, and one page towards the front, probably quarter, is, it's like someone's holding the book by that page alone, and the writing leaks off of it, and it forms into a new page. And he curls it up and puts a rubber band around it, and he says, "A cure wounds for you." And he hands a scroll of cure wounds to Atea.
Whoa!
But that is no wizard spell. That
It is a wizard spell.
Only for those. Is it? Cure Wounds is
I-
a wizard spell. Never
I
mind.
too went to Styx Maven.
Gino could always cast cure
Oh.
wounds.
I see.
That's why I don't really prepare it, because he heals better than I do.
Uh,
It's a higher modifier. Huh. Now that's handy. Also, do I understand it correctly that Wallace and Onek can make people smarter?
Wallace
That
kind of
would
looks
be
at you
true.
a bit sheepishly, Atea, and then he kind of looks askance over at the table where the orb used to be, and he says, "Well, it's actually good to see that Gina's okay, because that wasn't supposed to be a one-time use device, but it's gone now. So sorry."
You what? You didn't know? What?
That is pretty typical Gino.
Yeah, Oneg just kind of like shrugs and like just nonchalantly like does the like like wave hand gesture. He's like, experiments, these things happen.
No, that's fair. Everything in the pursuit of knowledge. But did you even have a hypothesis? Was it even an educated guess?
Yes, of course. We ran the simulation about 5 times or so, and it remained intact each time.
Okay, Gino, his shoulders seem a little less stiff. He says, okay, all right.
So...
Is it
So
not
Just
beautiful?
make spells now?
Spells girls.
Spell scrolls? You can make spell scrolls now?
Yes. Only, not doesn't seem that often. Maybe once a day. Spellbook seems, and he shakes his spellbook. Seems doesn't seem like it wants to do that very often. But what if? And he crouches on the ground, and he goes to write, and a quill appears in his hand, and he starts scrawling different diagrams and scripts of different languages on the floor.
Okay, he's doing wizardry
is this
stuff.
supposed to
I'm
be?
leaving.
All right.
But wait, I'm almost done.
But it takes
And-
forever.
He, combining his wizardly quill and his ritual diagrams, he creates a permanent diagram of comprehend languages on the floor.
What does that do?
What does this mean?
It means I can cast comprehend languages much more duplicitously.
What do you mean by duplicity?
While within the circle?
Yes.
You know, I can cast it everywhere, wherever I go.
Yes, but this doesn't require a spell slot?
Neither does mine.
How do you know what a spell slot is? I have this knowledge of a handbook used for people playing a game?
Gino, I know
Oh,
what
no.
magic, what portions of magic is. I use portions of magic. I can cast normal spell. You forgot I was a sorcerer for a while.
No, I tell you, you don't understand. There are people, if we can call them that, who
He's awakening.
Who-
Quick.
they
Plug him
do
back in.
this. They do this at will.
Plug him back into the system.
What? Cast comprehend languages. Tia will cast comprehend languages.
So how do you use this symbol on the ground then?
I can just do that infinitely.
Wait, you can. So wait, what can you do infinitely? You can scribe a.
Fanny
circle-
steps into the symbol.
Gino taps his foot, and his comprehend language can only be cast on self. So,
Nothing happens.
Hey, Fanny. Say these words, and Atea's gonna say the incantation of comprehend languages. While you stand in there, see if you can cast the spell.
I guess I try.
Nothing
I don't
happens.
DM. Nothing happens. Okay.
Yeah, nothing
What does it do, Gino? It's useless.
You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're so true.
I don't think
Slay.
it worked, you know.
But I think I get the idea. Gino, if you can properly utilize this, is it possible for you to just infinitely cast 9th level spells while you're within a circle meant for such a thing?
Is that true?
Well, according to my newfound arcane knowledge, there is no spell that can be cast as a ritual that is what you call 9th level.
Oh, it needs to be a ritual spell. Whoa, you can make a thing and I can marry everybody without doing so because
Marry everybody.
it was fuck 2014. Paladins cannot teach you cast spells.
Yes.
So this means
well-
to say that you can cast ritual spells without waiting?
Yes, as long as I scribe the diagram first. This was useless! And he kicks
No,
the
no, no,
comprehend languages.
No, yes, this is. But you know what, Gino? Carve one in our chapel. We can commune with gods.
Very true.
But maybe I would appreciate a phantom steed. Okay, never mind.
You want? Well, sure. One phantom steed coming right up. Gino spends. He already used his instant ritual, so he spends 10 minutes scribing the ritual diagram for Phantom Steed.
I see.
Also about it, to what level does it go?
There are only rituals up to 6th level. There are
Sixth,
no
yeah.
7th, 8th, or 9th level.
Forbidden's, and instant summons. But commune is a 5th level spell that can be cast as a ritual. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool little niche feature that I'm sure will come in handy at some point.
Oh, like in combat tiny hut.
Well, the scribes can be done. The ritual diagram requires that you first use a ritual. It just doesn't cast immediately, but he can do it. It's sort of like, well, here's how it works. The diagram can be scrawled as long as it takes the full ritual time, and then every subsequent time he does not need the extra 10 minutes.
But it still means we can prepare that extra 10 minutes on battlefield if we know it.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
and then you have to be. Gino has to be within the radius of the diagram, but then you can cast it at instant speed rather than as a ritual.
No spell slot required.
Feels like a ritual.
Oh, Faye, the glasses fit you very well, by the way.
They do, don't they?
Yeah. I forgot to ask. What are you dedicated to as a cleric? Particularly?
What? What do you mean? The
As
God?
in, no, more like your divine calling. As say, I am a paladin of vengeance. But what I
Oh, I can't get them on me now.
yeah, because
Oh.
it snaps.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I am a life. I'm a life cleric.
Oh, the most godly kind.
Because I was drawn to because I was drawn to the god Eldith, the goddess Eldith. She is very focused on life and preserving life and bringing in new life. So I studied the specialization of life and helping others.
If Atea could legit have heart in his eyes, he would. That's so cool. See, I talk like Underfoot now. That is very admirable. So are we still leaving today?
I believe that is our prerogative. I don't think there is quite such a rush. But considering the state of events, perhaps Gino would like some more time to get used to his newfound understanding.
There's no better way than to learn it while we're out on the road.
Trial by fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you say, I'm leaving today, Gino starts saying, start spreading the news.
I was more like the sooner we go and take care of this thing, the sooner we can return. I mean, for a first time in a long time, there is someone waiting for me.
All right.
Oh,
Yes, we put
nice.
our own deadline in. Of course. Then we should make haste.
Unless there's some pressing matter you would like to attend to.
No, I already have my disguise in my room.
Really, what are you disguising as?
I have a bronze mask.
But-
And some tattered clothes that aren't so expensive.
Yeah, we do look kind of expensive, don't we?
Well, I can cast seeming on us, and
Oh,
we can
that's
have a
right.
disguise at the drop of a hat. I can also do this. And, is alter self a ritual?
I don't know
I
offhand,
don't think
actually.
so. No, it is not. He does not cast alter self. He
Seeming,
says, I could do that, but I won't.
seeming sounds like a good plan.
I
That
think
way
we had
can all
talked
be
about
uniform.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the
Because
original
we were
pitch? A band of performers?
Yeah, let's be a
I
band
think-
of performers.
I think you were gonna be
Merchants.
no, I think you were going to be oh god, what's the
Mercenaries. We're going to be
mercenaries. Yes,
Yes,
because there are
because-
lots of refugees heading from Quinn into Halet because of everything going on with
Yes.
the rising, darkness
Yes, but-
on this side of the mountains.
Yes, we were going to be mercenaries because that's the easiest to disguise. We don't actually need to change a lot.
That's right.
Well,
We did also talk about like the fact that I am a cleric, that could possibly be helpful in infiltrating the cult.
I think they would be very.
Why is there 10 horse?
What?
Should I put a circle around it? It's the ritual diagram. It has to be 15 feet.
It does has to be
My
big.
goodness. I finally have my own pony. My own little pony. Oh, it's beautiful.
Well, that's two-dimensional. Gita walks inside. What do you want your pony to be?
Oh, is this not the pony? Oh, never mind.
No, that's just the diagram. That's just the drawing of the pony. Jack.
This is the diagram. My fault. Okay. I thought it was a shadow on the ground. No, honestly, I'm happy with my mount, but I cannot summon him currently, so it would be nice to have a equine buddy.
I have a
Gino-
horse token and an elk token.
Gino, he does. He
Sorry.
uses
Oh, God.
uses Phantom Steed, but no horse appears. But then we instead hear a clopping.
Oh,
And-
I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
There's a very suspicious sound, and it comes from the top of the stairs.
What? Why?
Why from the stairs?
Wait, what?
Um,
What is happening?
So I can post this image.
Oh
Oh, what? Where is it? Oh, it's beautiful, G.
This one?
Oh, it's beautiful, Gino.
It's cursed.
Well, Umthrak, you asked for it.
Yes, I did, and I am very grateful.
Oh, that's mine.
Oh my god, that is amazing.
Oh wait, no, hold on.
No, I just,
That's
I just
Gia. It's Gia.
That's my fault.
my God.
That's my fault. You
My
know,
nightmare is a Tia pet.
That is so cool.
That is my fault.
She looks so cool.
Wow.
Also, I love the little bit of a horn on its head.
It does have. It is a unicorn.
the most suspicious-looking horse clops down from the top of the stairs,
Oh,
and you can tell it's a Phantom Steed because horses can't go downstairs.
my
Oh. It's just a horse. It's beautiful. It's normal. Oh, it fits. Ooh.
It has human eyes.
Oh,
Oh. Oh.
you know that picture of, picture from the Renaissance painting? Like, yeah, I've seen a horse.
Yes, exactly.
Wow. Thank you so much. I will love and don't look at me in the eyes. I will love and cherish him forever.
God.
And with that, disguises is seeming a ritual.
Seeming it's not a ritual, but it's only 5th level.
Oh, expensive.
Only 5th level, he says, and then he says, "Oh, sorry, Atea." Realizing that Atea can only cast up to 5th level.
No, Atea is mentally somewhere else. He's talking to Rathalion, praising him for his beauty and reassuring him he is still the most magnificent horse around.
Yes,
Ignoring
it is absolutely that Renaissance painting horse right there. It's amazing. Everything else
It's
about
like
the
the
horse
art-
looks perfectly normal, except for that it has human eyeballs.
Nice. Human eyeballs.
the horse.
Amazing.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, that's cool.
Roach.
that's such a terrifying horse.
He is beautiful. I don't know what you're talking about.
Unhinged.
Well, then are we mercenaries? So that we can, since there is a lot of work for mercenaries to have there,
It seems so.
should we make an effort to be less
Rich?
magical in our
I-
appearance?
I wouldn't know how. I mean,
Less
Well-
magical? Oh my god. It's just the eyeball.
That's amazing. I love it.
I can't name
love-
him Roach.
this is
Oh,
such a terrifying horse.
It's incredible.
Oh
Oh, and Odek's gone.
He was consumed by the nightmare that is this horse.
This is more nightmarish than your nightmare.
Honestly, I'm just going to look at all of you and say, between Chia and this horse, I don't think we need to do anything, or that we could do anything.
My nightmare is now adorable.
What if we just create a bunch of these horses and everyone just leaves the town because there's a bunch of eldritch horses?
Eldritch horses.
And the worst part is you can just continuously cast this spell without end.
Yes,
But-
this is
but-
true.
Can
From
the
this
circle
spot?
be portable?
Surely. Well, do we want to break up 15 foot of stone?
No.
Why would we
Yeah, are
need
you
to
gonna
break up
carry
15?
a 15-foot diameter disc of stone floor around with you?
If we had a portable hole, perhaps.
What if you cast
Surely, if
one
I
of these-
cast it again, another horse. Oh no!
What if you made one of these, summoning images on like a large piece of parchment or a hide or something that could be
Right, a
transported?
15-foot parchment.
It needs to be a level surface.
It's be a flat, level surface.
Using chalk, salt, blood, or another material suitable to the spell in question.
Yeah,
You
so
know-
basically it's something that like can be easily disturbed.
Ooh. What if
Oh.
we...
So it like intentionally is not really able to be portable.
It's not meant to be free rituals forever.
Yeah.
It's good for like identify, I think.
It'd be good for identify or like detect magic if you were in a smaller area where you're trying to find something or something like that. I could see y'all coming up with situations where it ends up being pretty useful. But
Yeah, because I can leave this here and I have proficiency bonus.
you
number
know-
of diagrams.
and I'll kind of treat it like if you leave a couple here and then you make more on your way wherever you are, like the oldest one will just fall off.
Ooh.
I don't have to teleport back.
So
Right.
we could technically get a piece of really good leather and carve it in, roll it up, and then we make a frame that is that can be assembled. And whenever we need, we'll probably need a bit of time to, assemble this piece of leather within the frame and then put it on the ground. Well, now I think about it, perhaps the time of assembling is about the time you need to scribe a new one. Never mind.
No, true. The lengths I will go to avoid using a spell slot.
Even
As
though-
in nothing, because you throw away your spell slot as if it's not precious.
What are you talking about? I didn't disintegrate. Oh, I guess I did.
Did.
Oh, why is there another one?
Just keep-
Oh, they're multiplying.
How many of them?
Oh no!
They're terrifying.
Can I teach them to dance with a really good animal handling
A
check?
fleet of horses in the basement.
Yep. You know, there is going to be like a level 1 adventure
Bigsby,
team
well,
coming.
remember, Bigsby lives in the house still.
Oh yeah,
he's
we're
gonna
leaving
have
to
these-
Bixby.
He's gonna have all these horses trained up for dressage. He's gonna have them
Right.
doing the horse dances around the basement before long.
Yeah.
The boulder! Are we
It's
going
all
to
in
long
the
rest?
eye of the beholder.
Are we going to long rest before we leave?
No, we're not.
I think we have a date to catch.
Yeah.
I say we, I mean Atea.
Well,
Okay, yeah.
when we return victoriously, of course.
I thought you were supposed to go to dinner tonight.
No, I said when we return.
Gina says, "Uh-huh," and then he idly turns around, and then he.
They all just stare at him.
There's a thing called overexposure. We just saw each other. If I go there today, I would seem overeager.
You want to send him a horse?
No, Gino, please. You know what? Yes, let's send him a horse. From Atea with love, with a bow, please.
So many.
Oh my god, these are the most terrifying horses. Stop! Stop multiplying horses! Who is doing this?
It's Umfrey.
What do you mean? I can't cast this spell.
Oh no! Don't knock over the mead.
Oh, that was the mead you all were working on.
I don't
Yeah.
know who put this culture down here, probably Woodfrex.
When it was Bigsby and Winfrex, or Bigsby and Underfoot.
We were cooking.
So, are we leaving today? Because if we leave
I
now,
think
we
we
can
should.
be there before nightfall.
I guess.
Yes. Why don't
You know,
we-
I feel very acute in navigating all of a sudden.
Oh really?
Oh, Nick. Why are you talking to me?
Oh, sorry. Did I speak to my simulacrum again? Who's gonna take care? Oh wait, these are phantom horses. They don't need food or
But they
have
don't also
consciences or
they,
anything.
they don't last forever, do they?
They last an hour.
Less an hour.
So we're gonna set the
I'm
professor
only gonna have a horse for an
Horse.
hour.
before the horse gets there. He will disappear.
Oh no.
Just
Yeah.
we send a horse to Professor Robinson, and then he gets a guard and he says, "Please help! There's a horse in my house." And then he goes there, and it's just like a saddle on the floor because the horse has vanished after the hour's up, and he looks insane.
Oh.
We just Gregor Samsa him.
Oh, I never asked. What's his first name?
Professor.
Professor.
It's like Mr. Rogers. His first name is Mr.
I mean, I know what his first name is. I don't know if you do. You can make a history check to see if you remember.
I'm gonna cast,
Oh, no.
can I cast legend lore? No, I'm out of incense.
He's also not legendary.
But he's famous to us. And that's what matters.
I suddenly cannot recall his first name.
With a 10, you don't know. You got nothing.
Oh god. Alright.
Being a native of this land, could he try and remember if this professor's name?
Sure, make a history check.
Okay.
Oh no.
He
That's guidance.
does.
I have
He
guidance.
does introduce himself by his first name. It's just a question of whether or not you all actually remember. I know, me personally,
No.
struggle very hard to remember people's names when I first get introduced to them. I have to ask my lovely wife Carly all the time. What was that guy's name
You
again?
know,
What was her name again?
this is one of the reasons why I asked you if you still have the screenshot, because I know the the first name was in there.
I don't remember Professor Robinson's name.
Yeah, with the 8. Umtark definitely does not know.
I
Might
have
even
no
think his
idea.
first name is actually Professor.
His first name is definitely Professor Gang.
I'm sure he'll forgive me.
You just have to
With a
like.
horse?
Oh, I have an idea. So next time when we return, before I go on this date with him, we need to sneak into his office, look at his documents so I can find out his first name.
Or just like on his door.
What if we... Now,
Oh.
this might seem crazy. Ask him.
Oh, no.
Well, you've known them for such a long time. Wouldn't it be a little bit embarrassing?
Yeah, it would be very embarrassing. I don't actually know him that long. You know, he was
Okay.
introduced to me. I thought he is an old, wise, you know, one of those human professors. But then, he's not old, and he's very handsome. So, never mind. Let's go.
Hey, I could escort you to your dinner, and you could reintroduce me, and I could maybe ask what his
Oh.
first name is.
You could take him out for coffee and let him order.
No!
Maybe
Oh,
it's
that's
Oh.
so
written on the
Ooh.
cup.
Yeah, and
that's
then
smooth.
and then the barista goes, he goes, you know my order, right? My regular, and they go, yeah, of course.
And you're like, shit!
Don't worry, I will
Oh.
illustrate this establishment and I will be the barista.
Oh, speaking
Yeah,
of
yeah,
drinks,
it's just Umthracket with a mustache. Scratch on the mustache.
speaking of drinks, if we're not departing today, we might as well take Fanny to the store with the good liquor.
Ooh.
That's true.
You know, with the Celestial whiskey thing.
Right. And we can get some pastrami on the way. Or on the way back.
Also, I feel really bad because there are people suffering in the other country, and we're here talking horses and thinking about whiskey.
I mean, what's
Can we
what's
eat?
12 hours gonna do?
Can we eat phantom horses?
Absolutely
Gina
not.
looks
Oh.
Gina
Absolutely
looks at
not.
them. Gina looks at them, and they look back. And he looks
Gina-
at them, and they look back, and he says, "Best not."
You don't want to mess with this.
I would feel really unnerved trying to eat an animal with eyes like that. It's like it knows.
Something.
Oh my god, they all have names. What? The stare? Is that a mare?
Must
The
be
stare mare.
incredible.
They're so disturbing.
Oh, you know what? On that note,
They must have.
maybe we should take some downtime because I do not see our roguish friend. Maybe our roguish friend is on an epic journey, destroying something on his own as he snuck away from the site.
Alright.
I don't think Fanny has seen my greatest spell.
Oh,
Is it-
gee.
Is it?
Your greatest
Is it-
what? Pet? What did you say?
My spell.
Oh.
Oh no. What is he
Is that a
doing?
euphemism? Like,
What is happening?
I don't know. I
What's
think
your
Gino,
greatest spell,
I think
Exarch
Gino-
of Israel?
I think Gino realized we're not departing today, which means he needs to waste his 9th level, his most potent spell.
It's not a waste.
I am bracing myself
Brace. Hold on for impact.
for whatever unhinged wish is about to come out.
Fanny, is there something you want?
Well, I mean, there is something I want, but I don't want to ruin my whole. I don't necessarily want to ruin my entire being here.
Oh, what is this?
Well, I would want to try to get back with my companions and
Oh.
back to my realm and continue to do good work there. I mean, I do really like you all, but eventually I would assume that I'd go back there or bring them here. One of those two things. But it seems most right for me one day to go back to them.
As we all must go home. Someday.
Best I can do is a whirlwind.
Oh,
I would best advise not to do a whirlwind in
In the basement with a
in the
bunch of
basement
horses.
with a bunch of horses.
It's not a
Horse-nado
sharknado, it's a
3.
horse-nado.
Horse tornado. If you want to show me a whirlwind, we can go outside.
We live in the middle of the city. Do you think that's a good idea?
I'm sure they don't have any alarms set for this kind of whirlwind.
I don't think so. Either that's the problem. You know, I really like the city. I don't want to be banned from it. Given that we almost got ourselves banned from the university ground for selling hot dogs without a permit.
Ooh.
That sounds like small beans compared to a whirlwind that could take out a town.
Yes, I'm trying not to get used to committing things that are not allowed.
Well, I guess that's a no on the whirlwind. But
Okay.
until then, Faney, Miss Faney, until the day you depart from this world's service, we are more than happy to show you around Quinn and all of its wondrous glory. Starting perhaps with the Celestial Liquor. In fact, I don't think I've ever visited such an establishment myself.
Alright, let's go.
We're not leaving today, and we're going to wait for the little rogue friend. Then I don't see why we couldn't spend some time drinking some celestial whiskey.
I think it's celestial. That's what Orthalin said. I'm not sure. It's very expensive though. Let's go.
Perhaps after this drink we can go directly after. I mean, I don't suppose we're going to accomplish our mission in a single day, will we?
Probably not. Should we?
It takes the better part of a day to get to Halep.
Should we travel while under the influence of whiskey?
Sure.
Our horses can
Sure.
travel.
That's true. Chia knows how to get many places.
Was for the whole war, never sober.
My beholder will see us through.
I don't know that your beholder will last long enough to make it to the distillery at this point.
Can we can take Fanny to the distillery and then make a detour to that blighted, cursed area where Tia will show them the dungeon where he swore a blood oath and ask them to swear the same blood oath because why not? And a whole tourism track. Also, if we're going,
Did they? Because it was just you and
it was Atea, I think Fudge's character and Atrium's character. So
that's right. Yeah.
only Atea now. None of them actually swore, but they all both bled on it. So
Yes.
accidentally. But hey, do you want to swear blood oath to Torm?
No, thank you.
Oh, alright.
Maybe not today.
How about
Get a couple celestial whiskeys in you, and you never know.
I will ask
You
again
never know.
later.
Alright,
Oh.
let us have that drink.
That was incredible. I remember where it is. It was like over here. Somewhere.
Which thing? The whiskey?
No.
Is-
New Room
is it the
Distillery. It's
distillery?
here. It's here.
Yes.
Oh, Atea just went really fast.
Yes, Atea is like almost pushing people out of the way as he hustles over to the distillery.
Oh, Rem, you made that calculation how fast a... Oh, he's be right back. Because I think Rem made a calculation how fast an Echo Knight can run if you summon your Echo and teleport and change place with it constantly. Can go up to I think 90 feet a normal round, and then if you dash, it's 180 or something.
It's very fast. It's still not as fast as Umthrak can run. I don't think I ever wrote down the innkeeper's name, so we get to come up with a new one.
Hey.
I'm looking through my names document, which has gotten rather long at this point.
So wait, Atea was forced to swear a blood oath to
No, he
what was
willing.
it?
He willingly to Torm,
Torm.
the god of justice. Oh, the paladin god.
Yeah.
And then you made other people swear a blood oath?
No, technically, I will tell you, we fought, I think, undeads, and all the other actually cut their hands, and they touched an artifact before I did, but I was the one who took the artifact that still had their blood on it, and swore a blood oath with my own blood willingly. But given that I swore on the artifact with blood, and their blood was on the artifact already, it sort of counts as all of them swearing. The oath says that I will get a blessing from Torm to protect my companions, but I must fight for the survival of this world and for the good of this world. Oath I took very happily.
Yeah, that sounds like it probably worked out for you.
I haven't used that blessing yet. Nicely. It is one of great sacrifice, but also great protection. We haven't had the need, and if fate's willing, we will never have that need. It's a solemn oath, and
Yeah, and about that point in the conversation, you all arrive at the distillery. It's late afternoon at this point, and so the crowd's starting to pick up a bit, but it's not like a packed house yet. It's not quite evening, but yeah, there's a few places, a few spots at the bar, a couple empty tables if y'all want to settle in for some celestial whiskey.
yeah, we do.
They do also have offerings of wine and ale and that sort of thing, but they are most well known for their celestial whiskey.
Let's go.
Let us have the taste of the heavens.
The
Oh.
Go ahead.
I would like some celestial whiskey.
The innkeeper pulls out for like rocks glasses, puts a couple of chips of ice in each. That he pulls out a very fancy golden bottle with a cork and a wax seal, and cracks the seal, peels the wax back, and pulls the cork out and pours a dram for each of you, and slides it across the table, and he says, it'll be 2 gold apiece, please. Thank you.
Well, we totally got ripped off last time when we were here. Yeah, his mind had like 500 gold in mine. He must have seen that we were tourists.
You bought the bottle last time, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. It was 500 gold, and I've been saving for it.
Well, it's two gold a pop. He says, yeah, if you want the whole bottle, yeah, it's 500.
Do you have gold of your own, Fanny? I could cover for you if you require.
I think I remember I had a lot of gold in my...
I think I accidentally gave you a power of 10 too much gold.
You did. I have a lot of gold somehow on my person still.
I remember this, yeah.
I can handle it. Also,
All right.
do I have Fanny loaded in here?
Probably.
How do I look at my sheet again?
Uh,
Neff?
to
Char?
look at your
Yes.
Hey,
Okay.
to look at your coins or your money? It's exclamation mark coin coins
coin.
coin.
Coin or coin, I think. Armstrong is broke.
I am. You know what? You
No,
don't need that
that's
much
not-
to live.
That's not what's in my actual coin purse.
Then
How
try
much?
coins.
How much is on your character sheet in D&D Beyond?
Lot.
How much is a lot?
1,209 gold pieces.
That sounds
Well-
1,209.
yeah, that sounds accurate. You'll just have to you have to add them.
Oh, okay. So, math.
Exclamation mark. Just do this.
Well, no, but I have to add it to 15. Also,
just
none
add
of
the
my other-
1209.
Okay.
You do exclamation mark coin plus 1209.
There you go.
Paid for my whiskey.
Nice.
I also realized that Taya accidentally paid with 200 coppers.
Oh my god.
Just pull a giant. It's like paying with pennies. Like,
Yep.
giant pile of copper on the tip. The bartender gives you the stink eye. He's like, he just kind of shakes his head and like scoops it all into the till.
And then you can do the drink command. It's just drink it. Do you need to subscribe for it to it or no?
I don't think it should work.
Yeah. Oh my god, Finn.
That's
I get a-
20. Nice.
I don't even flinch. Take it down.
Takes the
Let it
shot.
check.
Yeah. Umthrak got a little burn in the back of the throat there, but you get it down unfazed. Yeah, Fanny and Atea completely unfazed by, but it is delicious. This is like the best whiskey you've ever had, Fanny. Like hands down.
I was curious to know if the if the drinks in this realm were as good as where I'm from, and this truly is amazing.
It did cost 2 gold a cup.
That is kind of pricey, I will say.
Mhm.
Let's ask this man. What makes this drink so pricey? So good.
So good.
Well, What's your
Would it
what's
be
your
a bad
secret?
time to learn that it is of celestial blood?
I hope not, because then I'd feel really bad.
I would feel bad too. But can we ask this man, what his secret is?
Absolutely.
What is his name? Did we discover his name?
Harlan.
Harlan?
He's just he's a human male. He's got a beard. He's wearing a beanie, unironically.
What's a beanie?
Like he's your stereotypical hipster brewer.
Oh,
Yes.
so, Harlem. What's
Harlan.
the secret? Harlan, what's the secret?
He says, "Well, I can't tell you everything because, yeah, he looks basically exactly like that."
Oh wow!
He says, "Well, I can't tell you everything that's in it because that would can't give away my recipe, and everybody in town would be making this stuff."
But are you,
There's There's no blood of a celestial though, is there?
Blood? No, no blood.
What?
Okay.
Why do you specify? Why do you emphasize blood? Insight check, please.
You're more than welcome to. With the 21, he's not lying.
All right, Harlan, look, we are not going to spread around your recipe. We're just interested in the ingredient, and there is a little bit more to brewing. We need to know exact ratio to copy your recipe. But if it's just the thing, it looks around. We are heroes, and we are very interested. That's all.
He says, "Well, all right. I'll let you in on a little secret. There is when we first make the mash, there is a few drops of a particular ingredient of celestial origin. I can't tell you what it is. It's a proprietary secret. You have to understand. I can't tell you that. But there is something of celestial nature, and no, it's not blood. You don't have to worry about it.
So no celestials were harmed in the making of this
Not at all.
draught. Okay. I'll take another.
Very well.
Yes.
Me too.
Me too.
By the
This
way,
time I baked-
as with most liquors, if you keep buying singles, you're way less value than if you just buy the bottle.
All right, how much is for the bottle?
500.
Ah, no, not again! I don't have 500 gold. Wait, how far is it to the temple? No, I'm not going to raid the temple just to have money to buy this thing. Wait, where's the temple again?
Down
Oh, it's
here.
down here. It's not too far. I'll be right back. Gonna dimension door my way over, and then get the gold and dimension door my way back.
Yes, you bamf out and bamf back with a big pocket full of gold.
Goodness me.
Where'd that come from, Mateo? Where did you go?
He will whisper to Fanny, we used to keep all our gold in a temple here when we achieved some quests, and I thought we have to, but it turns out we don't have to, so technically this gold is mine. It's in a temple to the south, and we will use that to transport. I'll show you tomorrow.
I would love to see your temple.
It's not my temple, it's that of Anik.
Oh,
Oh, now I told everybody where it is. It's unfortunately I've been wanting to widen the stair. They have a staircase, and we have to lead our horses down. And I've been meaning to widen the staircase, but couldn't.
Fanny's just throwing him back, unfazed.
Also, anyone who wants, they can get a +4. We
Did
are
we
all
buy the
throwing.
bottle?
Yeah, let's buy the
Okay.
bottle.
All right. Oh,
See,
beholder,
we-
carry me home.
We are going to buy the bottle, and we are most likely going to come back. You can at least hint at what this is. And you know, if you ever run out of stock, and if it is not harmful, we might be able to be of help in the future.
He's
We
oh,
do
no,
have the
that's fine.
champion of
We-
the goddess of magic here on speed dial, so
We have a regular source. It's no problem. How else do you think we're able to distill and sell it?
Can I make an insight check? Is it really celestial?
Sure. He definitely seems to be sincere.
What could it be?
can I
It's
make
few-
an insight check?
Is it tears? Is it celestial tears?
He said no one was harmed.
But what if they cry willingly? You know, like a mermaid.
emotional harm. Emotional damage.
Well,
Are there other people here, did you say?
Oh yeah. There's it's a hot place. It's like it's approaching dinner time, and it's just a distillery. So like, since they don't serve food, it's not like the most crowded yet. But there's definitely still people there. There's like folks doing whiskey tastings, and they're clearly like setting up one corner of the room to have live music later tonight.
Fanny, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking we should go around and undrunk everybody.
You know how to do that?
Yes, of course.
How do you undrunk people? What is that? A restoration spell, maybe?
Something like that. It's called lay on hand.
Oh,
Can't
I
remove-
don't have lay on hands, but if you want to go and undrunk people, but usually people kind of like being drunk.
Yeah, but then you have to pay more to get drunk, so it's good business. Maybe we can use that to persuade this one to tell us what is in the whiskey. Atea,
You did just buy a bottle of the whiskey. Couldn't Gino do something to figure out its alchemical components?
you're absolutely right. You don't need to resort
That is-
to dishonest schemes.
True.
Gino, find out what's in this.
Sure. He starts paging through his spell book.
Are you gonna make a spell on the floor again in here in front of everyone?
No, I don't know that a ritual's the best way.
Oh, okay.
Man, I wish I attuned to Brewer's Kid.
Actually, you know what? I think.
Wait,
You know, I actually have some experience in brewing a couple of drinks. We didn't have much in the mountains, and sometimes it was a good idea to prepare something for guests or for an important event. So we used to make some of our own.
Immediately pursue a shot. Find out what's in there.
Oh, okay. So Umthrak is gonna try and look at this. So, he would know the basic ingredients of what would be in whiskey, maybe. So, if there was anything like a way to modify something, and it is something that does not harm a celestial, but is something of celestial origin, maybe it is some item within the heavens, maybe something like that. Could Umthrak make a check to figure that out? Maybe it's not something of celestial biology, but instead of like a flower within the celestial heavens.
Okay. Make a
And
nature
he does have the
check.
tool. Okay. Nature. Guidon. Okay. 20.
With a dirty 20,
very
there
dirty
is something definitely biologically celestial in this drink.
Spit. I knew
Oh
it.
no. It's not piss. We're not
I
drinking
please-
celestial piss.
I am so afraid that it is that.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, wait,
Atea-
hold on. Wait, isn't Gothalion and Rothalion technically celestials? If they
Yeah.
smell this, how would they
He's the-
react?
He's the one who ticked me off that there's something celestial in it. I think it's tears.
Tears. That's a fair one.
Because tears, spread in sympathy or empathy, can have great healing powers and may be soothing to people. And nurturing.
I do think that this is rather soothing. And Finny takes another drink.
Ooh.
Maybe slow down.
No. Let's drink
okay,
force you like a
alright.
double.
Alright.
Fanny has had a rather rough few days.
Yeah, right?
You know, sure thing.
Man, Atea, it does seem like you need a few to loosen up a little bit.
Yeah, I cannot really. I don't get drunk easily.
Oh,
Unlike Gino.
No.
That one hurt.
Gino gets the shivers like all the way down to his toes or his hooves on that one.
That took 2 of my free drinks.
Yep.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, crit fail on the drink constitution check.
One more, only because I'm immune to poisons.
You're
Wait.
immune to poison, but you can still get drunk.
How can one turn off the paladin aura on themselves?
I
Because
don't
the
believe
paladin
you
aura-
can.
Because the
No, it's
paladin aura,
even when you're unconscious, I think it works.
it doesn't work when I'm unconscious.
No?
No, it's only conscious, but trance is consciousness, so it's always on. And it adds +4 to his con save, so he doesn't get drunk. No.
Well, you can, but it's like Legolas when he's in the drinking competition with Gimli.
Yeah.
It's like you just have to drink so much. I think I
That's
feel
correct.
something. A tingling
It's
in
like
my
you know, in
fingers.
my hand. The elf car is liquor. Yes,
Gino
that's
can put down a ton of drinks. Look at all the free drinks that Gino gets.
yeah,
It's
that's
that belt of dwarven kind he wears.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I
I
have a
also have 3 dump stats.
I have a belt of hill giant strength, don't I?
Yes.
Whoa! What's your
Hill
strength?
giant?
21?
My
Who-
strength is 21. Yes.
Oh my god, you're stronger than Atea. Let's arm
Great.
wrestle.
Bet. Let's arm wrestle.
Yeah,
Alright,
y'all can
Atis.
make some contested athletics checks for some arm wrestling.
Alright.
Tiny little halfling, towering
First-
elf paladin.
Oof.
Oof, let's go.
Just athletics.
Athletics,
Yeah.
yep.
Oh god.
While I think you have a high strength modifier, I don't think you have proficiency in athletics.
I give myself guidance.
Sure, absolutely.
Wow.
So what happens is everyone in the bar kind of goes a little quiet as this tiny little halfling is about to arm wrestle this Atea, this very imposing elf figure, and everyone's like, oh, this is gonna be over, this is gonna be like done so fast. And then Gino, like, you know, puts his hand on, he's like, all right, 3, 2, 1, go. And then it is like a deadlock heat for like a solid like 30 seconds. Neither hand is budging, but you're both clearly like massively struggling. And then like slowly Fanny's hand just heads back down towards the table as Atea like very, very slowly gets the advantage and then finally pins her down.
Bye, congratulations. I don't think I've ever arm wrestled someone so strong like you. That's impressive.
you know,
I was
Sometimes
like-
us halflings are pretty strong, even us lightfoots.
I know. One should never underestimate halflings. I
Miss
also
Faye, are you sure you're not a dwarf?
No, but
I'm sorry, was that?
I did help out some dwarves once, and you know that's how I
Oh.
got my armor, and I gesture to the dwarf armor that I am
She's
clad in.
wearing dwarven plate.
So, what did they say to your drinking prowess? Did you learn it from them, or were you impress them with it?
I mean, halflings and dwarves both can drink pretty well. We can definitely have a few before we're feeling it. I mean, they were pretty impressed, I think. I didn't get the armor for drinking anybody under the table, but I did celebrate with them many nights after we completed our quest.
We should make this a tradition. Whenever we return to Quinn successfully, we should come here, drink, be merry, and arm wrestle.
Here's to that.
Cheers to that. No, oh no, oh.
Uh-oh, I'm pretty sure the next one I have is going to make me intoxicated.
Let's go.
Nope.
Oh,
Everybody is still good. And I think on that note, that would be an excellent place to pause for the evening. Camera
I feel like-
fades out on everyone having a merry time in the tavern. as the
I feel like when Underfoot comes back from his little roguish session, maybe everybody is drunk, lying somehow on the floor, and there are like
Yes.
12 horses staring at him.
Yeah.
Like right before he came back, we drunkenly made more horses.
I see two possibilities. One is that he was using his stealth. He was watching us from like right outside the window in the the tavern. Or two is that he was with us the whole time, but his stealth is so good that we didn't even notice.
You had no idea.
Made this entire assumption, spent the entire night drinking on the assumption he was somewhere fighting a criminal underground warlord.
Fighting? He's probably working for them.
You know,
Or-
that's
Or he
absolutely
says,
correct.
or he pretends to work for them, and then he says surprise, and he stabs them.
Yep.
That's him.
I don't think I've had as a DM a jaw drop moment like that. It's ever.
I've been looking out for such moment ever since, and it happens so often. Like people just try to do it. This was so fun.
Well, excellent session, y'all. Nice fun time. I will let JD continue to reveal Gino's new powers as they come up. It is. I will let everybody over the table know it is a little bit homebrewy. So we may rebalance some things on the fly, but I think we've got it in a good spot. Really interested to see how it works. So.
Basically, it's Brendan Lee Mulligan's wizard subclass was ridiculously overpowered because Abria. It's just too tempting not to give Abria Angar so much power. There's only 3 people in their campaign, but I made a subclass released it on the Patreon. And Scribes really falls off after level 10. So I
Replace
took
some features.
yeah, I picked out some of the ones that felt more balanced. And we grafted that onto Scribes Wizard.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm really happy with it.
As for our next session, Carly and I have a wedding to go to that day, so
Ooh.
I think we're gonna have to skip and probably just have our next one be on February 2nd, which means we're gonna go another month before our next session. But after that, I think we should be able to be back on our bi-weekly cadence at that point.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I might be back in the Philippines by that point.
Will that still work with your schedule once you're back over
Oh.
there?
I think it should. Yeah, it should still work.
Okay.
Most definitely.
I think it's just your internet connection might be a little bit more unstable.
Well, I'm
Right.
no longer going back to my old apartment, so I'm going back into the like house, like our home, with which has a good internet.
Oh,
So,
nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
House, home.
house, home, the house.
All right, y'all, we're going to end the stream there. Thank y'all for hanging out.